So I'm sitting here at the table, and the thing that I'm thinking about is how do I get young men to understand discipline versus undisciplined? Discipline versus undisciplined. The reason why that came up is because I'm seeing a lot of undisciplined, but being disciplined. They're showing discipline in areas that interest them, which is nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to things that they really do need to shed light on, like far as communication, leadership, far as the acting out in class or the action, let's say action in everything they do, it doesn't align with the discipline. It aligns with the undisciplined. And sometimes that can be distracting because you trying to get them to understand the discipline part of the things that they're undisciplined about. So if it's communication, so let's say if it's communicating with an adult, communicating with another person their age, or communicating with someone who they don't know, it can be frustrating. It can be frustrating to get them to understand the simple things where there's a hello, or how to navigate small talk, how to navigate just talk in general, how to navigate just talking about or introducing yourself. And the thing that I'm finding out right now is there is a distraction versus discipline. The distraction says I can look at my phone, bring my headset, and I don't really have to interact with people because this is like a bubble that I'm in. If I wear my headphones, it looks like I'm listening to something and I don't have to interact with anybody. Or if I look at my phone long enough, I don't have to look up and somebody don't have to get my eye and I don't have to interact with them. And that's the distracted part. So the discipline would be, take leaving your headphones in the car. The discipline would be making sure your phone is in your pocket when you're going out into to the store, going out to different places, going out to the mall, going out to meet a friend. Reason being is the the thought behind that it is to interact with things that you're not familiar with. Now I know it can be uncomfortable. I know that it can be one of those things where you're saying, I don't really like to do that. I don't really want to do that. I feel like and you can correct me if I'm wrong. If it's a thing where I do not want to introduce myself, or I don't feel like I should have to introduce myself, then it's something that's internal that's really uh, allowing them to not interact with people. There's something that's internal that's really bothering them, that's not allowing them to overcome that kind of distraction. So getting to the root of it, getting them to talk about, like, far as what do you think that is distracting you from interacting with other people, from what is it that you feel like what would stop you from wanting to do that. And it can be one of those things where I haven't been taught how to introduce myself. Are you willing to learn? And then that will be the next step. Are you willing to learn how to communicate? How to communicate your feelings, how to communicate your actions, how to communicate the things that you really want to do, and put those into movement, like things like that. So it's just one of those things that you really have to dig deep with the youth, and then it's sometimes you have to understand that there is mental blocks that is allowing them not to want to do those particular things because it makes them uncomfortable. It makes them feel like they're going to be judged. And even explaining to them like, hey, you're not going to be judged. I mean, somebody just really want to know who you are, know more about you. And yes, it can be weird, but we have to remove the distractions that they have in order to get to the root of the things that would allow them to be disciplined. And it can start with something small. It can start with, hey, leave your headphones in the car when we go to church. Leave your headphones in the car when we go to the grocery store. Leave your headphones in the car when we go to the movies. Leave your headphones in the car when we're just walking about at a park. The reason why you're getting them to do that is getting them to understand that this is the interacting part. This is the interaction that we need, that you need for your development. And leaving your phone in the car when you with an adult who's supposed to be your mentor or mentee, mentor, or just an adult who's want to spend time with you. Because if you leave your phone in the car, that means I have your full attention. Meaning that when somebody texts you or somebody gives you a message, you're not going to be very easy to be answering that message right now. You're going to actually give that person your undivided attention. So the one thing I would say in this case is that you need somebody who is going to let them know everything that you do can be judged, but it's how you deal with the things that you are faced with. The things that you are faced with. So what that clearly means is that people are going to say something. Whether you like it or not, people are going to say something, but it's all about how you put the information they're giving you into perspective. How are you categorizing the information that's being given? Are you putting it on as a woe, it's me, or are they talking about me, or what are they saying about me, and or are you saying is this information can be helpful to me, or if it's not can be helpful, and then if it can't be helpful, let's discard it, because you got things you need to do, you got things that is required of you to do, and you don't need anything to slow you down and put too much thought into. You see what I'm saying? So the thing I ask youth today is, are you being disciplined or are you being undisciplined? And what are some things that you are allowing to take away your attention that's requiring you to be distracted from your discipline? This is Will from New Steps Foundation. I just want to give you some information on that. And I hope you got this message today.